Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, season 3, episode 1. New
Damn.
faces, new fun, new drama,
Same
new season,
house.
same house for sure. Um, okay. I'm very excited to get into it. But before we get into it, check us out on the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have It's About the Pasta Vanderpump Rules podcast, which is coming back forever because
I'm
seasons never
excited
end.
about it.
And then One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I find a TV show that only has one season and we talk about it, which you should also check out. Not a lot of people do, but we're waiting for someone to give us our first review.
It's the diamond in the rough.
You'll see. Please rate, review, subscribe. We have one new review to start out the season with.
Yes. Read it to me.
5 stars from Tonette, who gave us the phonetic spelling.
Love.
So I know I'm getting it right,
Love.
Tonette. And it's titled The Best Summer House Pod Out There. I just love these girls. I giggle my bum off throughout every episode. I died. My bum.
Man.
That's so cute. All I thought about was Love Island, UK, obviously.
Oh, man.
My bum. But thank you, Tonette.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate the phonetic spelling because we suck at it.
You know me.
And we want to be polite about it, but it's hard.
I feel so bad. But I get it. People pronounce my name wrong all the time. Phonetic spelling helps. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. We've been posting some updates on some Bravo shit that's going down.
I mean, I am pumped for live seasons to come back. I've never been this excited.
There's only more drama to come. Like I don't understand.
There's just plenty of storylines that I'm looking forward to
on both sides of the seasons. I'm so excited.
Yep.
And then join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows where Meredith and I just catch up and talk about whatever the hell we decide to talk about that day. And also you get access to any episodes we record early, including this one. Could have had it sooner.
Yeah. Don't even have a release date. That's how soon we're recording this.
Wow. Yeah. Look out, you guys. And then for $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, you get access to our after show that we're doing tonight. I'm very excited about it.
Yay!
But that's basically where Meredith and I talk about any current Bravo news, because since we're going back and watching old seasons, we don't want to give away any spoilers. So we'll do that after the show.
And it's been a beat since we've had an after show. So this one is
oh my God, I have so much. I'm literally telling Meredith I hate this episode because I just want to talk about the after show. And then also we'll say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Chris, Danae, Dustin, Jackie, Casey, Kimberly, Cameron, Tiffany, Tracy, Gina, Jennifer, Kirsten, Kelsey, Mariah, and Sarah. I got it. I got a little tripped up, but I got it. Maybe I should just start going slower.
All the people.
And then for $5 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, for live seasons, this is it. This is the live. We're going to have a live season for Summer House. That's coming back. We're going to have a live season for Winter House. That's coming back. Yeah. And we're going to have a live season for Vanderpump Rules. That's coming back. I don't know if this will be released after one of those live seasons. I don't know. But either way,
it will be.
For $5 for live seasons, you get to give us your questions, comments, concerns, honestly, whatever you want. And we will talk about it on the podcast. And we'll pick a patron of the episode. So I'm going to do the reverse of what I did last time.
Bottom up?
No, I did bottom up last time. I'm going to do top to bottom. So it's Chris, man. Chris, our favorite lawyer. He actually is our lawyer. In case we get in any legal trouble on this podcast. I'm still waiting for many celebrities to come sue me for saying some tea.
For not saying
even
allegedly.
When it's false. Even when it's false. I'm like, I believe it.
We'll get him on the pre-show once I'm back in.
Meredith's a big allegedly person because I send her all this drama and she's like, I need more proof. And I'm like, I believe it. I'll spread the rumor. So if someone comes to sue me, they're going to face Chris. Okay. Meredith, are you mixing it up?
I am. I'm having some white wine from a winery I went to, I think yesterday, but I'm losing my days.
That's so exciting.
I'm on vacation right now. So this is vacation.
This is what we do for you guys. We record on vacation. She's recording from Canada. I've recorded from Hawaii before. We're amazing.
All
we
over.
love you guys so much.
I've even recorded from Puerto Rico.
Yes. I haven't recorded from anywhere else, I don't think, which is fair. I refuse. But I'm drinking water. I had my prebiotic soda earlier. Oops, nice. I got my cap. So
that
cheers
H2O,
with my water.
Best thing ever.
Okay, so let's start. We kind of weirdly open up on a funeral. It's fine. We don't know what's dead, but then we go straight into this season. We have bubbles, boy fights, cars, sex, Vanderpump Rules cast. Everett is maybe back, but also Lindsay has other boys. Danielle makes out with some guy they call a douchebag. The douchebag, though, is holding something back. I assume a secret. Kyle gets a ring. Carl meets someone that's also a new face, but she's not interested in dating Carl. Kyle supposedly cheats on Amanda. Amanda cries, which makes me believe he does cheat on Amanda. Carl's mom is back. Lindsay cries and can't trust Danielle. We talked about dicks. Tom Schwartz went into the hospital, which I don't know what he's doing here. And then Amanda maybe breaks up with Kyle. So this made no sense.
A lot of new faces. I like them starting with the funeral cracked me up because I do remember that we've watched these before, but I did not remember. I don't know
what we're putting to bed.
This whole shindig of things. I know some things that happen, but I'm like, oh, whoa, I'm excited.
But yeah, some of the stuff I'm literally like, how does this happen? How do we get there? It makes no sense.
What is this Danielle and Lindsay fight?
I don't remember that at all.
No.
At all. Okay, so it's now Friday, 3:27 p.m. We're headed to the Hamptons. Yes. Kyle and Amanda are going to be the first ones. They get there at 6:42 p.m. So 3 hours later. They see their old house. The memories all flood back, such as last summer was quite a roller coaster for our couple. Ooh. Summer should be fun.
Amanda, not fun.
But this summer, they don't have the Warkises. They don't have Lauren. So guess what? They're taking that master upstairs.
Which, whoa, they just casually dropped the Warkises aren't there. And I was like, sorry.
Also, immediately, I was like, Kyle, didn't you put on a big stink that last summer we picked rooms without everyone being here?
Right.
Immediately, I was like, rude.
Listen, this is what bothers me the most about Kyle is he thinks he's king of the castle on all decisions and things. But if somebody else does what he wants to do, he's pissed.
I mean, there's no other couple in the house, and I understand that. But we later find out there's two people that have to share a room. So I think fair game, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Amanda and Kyle claim to be stronger than ever. That's what they said last summer. But they went on a trip to Greece. They went to Kyle's brother's wedding. This is it. This is their time.
You know what? That sounds like a solid foundation. One vacation and a family wedding. Which, I mean, actually, those are pretty positive signs. But if you have to say you're the strongest ever, to be honest, I don't believe you then.
I don't either. I'm waiting for a couple to be like, we're fine. We're kind of on rocky ground, but we'll maybe make it through. That's when I'm like, they're gonna get married.
They're gonna do it for the long haul.
Okay, back in New York City, Lindsay picks up Danielle. Danielle and Lindsay have gotten super close. Danielle builds Lindsay back up. That's Lindsay's rock. Danielle also loves Lindsay. They're like girl power. I love it. Lindsay got her new boobs.
Oh my God, which again, they casually mention this, but we've watched this. So I knew this was coming, but I needed a diary session, the thing of Lindsay saying that she got a boob job.
Lindsay just absolutely
grab them.
No shirt, just her hands.
No bra.
And her boobs.
No, you want no shirt, just her hands and her boobs?
Just hands and boobs being like, these are new.
On One Tree Hill, how Brooke basically flashed everyone on the time thing.
I want that.
Yeah, it's we kind of need a Girls Gone Wild moment.
I did spoil it, I think, last season. Sorry. I was like, are these her boobs? But
nope. You can tell now. It is fine. It is definitely different. Yep.
Yeah. But both girls have the same kind of love life. A hot mess, baby. We love it.
I love this friendship. It seems natural and normal.
I really like this. Yeah.
And I see how like in an off season after you film a show, you can get a lot closer. So I
we don't know what the fuck
life.
happened to the Workuses. Remember Lauren and Lindsay were
Dude,
best friends.
I still, I'm gonna be honest, this really isn't a spoiler, but like I don't know why they left.
I don't know where they went.
I thought they were at the height of their game.
Yeah, this was it. They were making money.
Yeah.
Okay, so we call Carl Hola Carlito. He's Spanish now, you guys. Just like, wait, what's that guy from the previous season? That won the Spanish.
Julio? No, it's not Julio. Julio, that's it.
Julio and Carlito.
It's funny because later when Carl walks in and they call him Carlito, he goes, "That's my Spanish name," and everybody's like, "What?"
Do you remember in Spanish class how you had to have an English name and a Spanish name?
Yes.
This is a Spanish name.
Mine was Alicia.
Mine was Alicia. One time someone took Alicia and I was like, now what do I do?
When people took Alicia, I was like, excuse me, you better correct yourself.
My straight up name. It's spelled the same. I was upset. Okay, so Carl's gonna take the train to the Hamptons because it's the end of quarter and it's time for sales, baby.
Whoa, we got a new Carl in town. He is committed.
And you know what? It's gonna be different because Lauren's not in the house.
I agree.
Drama.
I'm very curious to see a Carl without Lauren. Raise
your hand if you think Carl's gonna have no drama this summer. No hands were raised.
I'm putting my hand literally down.
No hands were raised. Danielle had a bad summer last summer. She had no job. She had Carl fucking yelling at her about Lauren.
I forgot about that. Damn, she had a rough one.
But this summer, she has an awesome new job. There's no Lauren. Carl and Danielle can be friends this summer. She's got Lindsay, who wants a drama-free summer, but we don't know because of Kyle and Amanda. Because fuck that. But I was like, what do we have to do with that? Well, let me tell you.
Well, it's funny because it's like all of Danielle's drama was kind of like Carl last year.
Yeah.
Carl and Lauren related. So like that's solved, but it's like, and serving up the new drama this year. And it like ping pongs back to Kyle and Amanda.
So Kyle tells us that a bunch of shit has gone down in the friend group. People in the house made a point to exclude Kyle and Amanda from social situations.
Whoa.
People avoid Kyle and Amanda at parties. They unfollowed Amanda on Instagram. And Lindsay posted a picture of her and Danielle that Amanda was in, but they cropped her out of the picture. I don't know why I laugh with the drama.
This is like so funny because all I want to know was like, okay, what were they doing in the moment when like people are avoiding them at parties? Like this like slowly is building up. Like there's no way all this happened just like one day and then they just did all this stuff moving forward. This is like clearly slowly built and reached this level. But whoa.
Listen, when you get in a couple in a friend group, it can be hard to invite you out sometimes.
Yes.
So that as the single friend, I can kind of see where like maybe we invite you less because you're gonna maybe fight and we don't want that.
Well, and let's like remember there was like a lot of heat about Kyle and Amanda's relationship with the other housemates. So to be honest, if Kyle yelled at me like he did last summer about their relationship, then I don't want to be involved in your relationship. Like you don't want me to be involved. You know what? I'll just remove myself from all of this.
Then I was like, maybe they didn't see Kyle and Amanda at the party. And then I was like, maybe Lindsay wanted to post a picture of her and Danielle for Danielle's birthday. Cut Amanda out of it. Makes sense.
I feel like cutting Amanda out, like if that was just isolated from everything else, really isn't that big of a deal. I feel like weirdly the biggest one is the unfollowing on Instagram. That is like
shade.
A spotlight on an FU.
Shade. So Lindsay then says she's not going to post a picture with Amanda if she doesn't hang out with Amanda, which is kind of true, right? If I know,
but then you just pick a different picture.
But we like that picture of me, so I'm gonna post the picture. But it's nothing against Amanda; she's just not one of Lindsay's friends. And then we hear about the 17-page email that Kyle sent to the whole house from last summer. And let me tell you, this is enough for me to unfollow you, block you, never talk to you again.
Same, like 17. Geez. I love that production prints it out and hands it to every single person in their interview too.
So Kyle told Carl to send it. That was a mistake.
Okay, but I think Carl's like, yeah, send an email to the group about your grievances and like a 3 bullet point list.
Yeah. 17 pages later with bullets in, but it's like a sentence. It's like paragraph, bullet points to support paragraph.
This is a fucking thesis. He has a PhD at a college now.
You know what I would do? Do you know what I would do if I was everyone else? I would print this out and say, everyone come over for wine and snacks, and we would fucking read this drunk.
A dramatic reading.
That's what I would do.
Love. I'd be like, I would assign pages, like, know your page well, get off book if you can. If not, it's okay.
Off book, amazing. I would do it. I'd be like, and it's your turn, scene.
I'm crying. I love this.
I want this 17-page email.
I want it. I'm gonna see if I can find it after.
So Kyle feels like he held back in the email, which I don't know how long this email could have been, but
yeah, what was not holding back 100 pages?
So we see some snippets, and I just want to say, if you handed me this and said someone from Summer House wrote this, I would think Everett. That's how much I hated the language. It was Everett. But let me tell you the snippets. Spirited and completely out of nowhere. She came away confused and upset. Amanda is not a package deal. She has her own feelings and opinions separate from mine. You can't assume what I say is also how she feels. Cropped her out, left out tags, and unfollowed. Those are little snippets they gave us that we could actually see.
And later they kind of say this too. If you and Amanda are not a package deal, then why are you writing a 17-page email about Amanda? It sounds like Amanda needs to be a big girl and throw on her big girl panties and go talk to these two girls and figure out her relationship with them. Stop having her boyfriend do it for you.
Maybe text Lindsay, why'd you crop me out of this and unfollow me? You got an issue? Yeah. Should we talk about it? You want to go to lunch?
Yes, I have had, it's not fun by any means to like have issues with your friends and to address them. But if you want that friendship, then you need to address it.
Don't send me a one-sided 17. Not like,
no, so don't have your boyfriend send a one-sided.
Well, also it's like, I can't respond to this. Like, what, do you want me to respond on the
group
email link and be like,
I honestly feel like I would have responded. That's how petty I am.
All and be like, can you give me like cliff notes to this? I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah, do you have the summary?
Can you summarize this into 30 words or less? Okay, so Amanda says the Instagram things, it's like mean girl things to do, which is maybe, sure, but also we're like adults, and talk it out. To me, I don't know, if someone, like, if it's my best friend that unfollows me on Instagram, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? But
how do you even know? How do you even know they unfollowed you?
How do you know? I don't know. I don't check my Instagram follows. You unfollow me, that's your loss, as far as
that's the thing. You have to be looking to know this.
This is when Danielle is like, I should have just followed her. If I had followed her, I wouldn't have gotten the email. Like, it's not even worth it. I'll follow Amanda so hard. I'm gonna like,
it's like, you want me to follow you so bad? I will follow you.
I'm gonna comment. You're not gonna like I'm gonna comment about
how much I fucking DM you off of every hey,
Amanda.
Post.
Hey Amanda, I love this pic. So glad I followed you. That would be, I'd be so petty.
Yeah, so glad I got to see this today.
So Amanda's feeling really anxious about this summer house, seeing Lindsay. They haven't been around each other since last summer. So, like, no wonder she maybe unfollowed you and, like, cropped you out of this photo. But, okay.
Listen, a friendship's a two-way street, too. Like I said, this probably built over time. That were you asking Lindsay to hang out one-on-one? A friendship is one-on-one. So, if you only see her in groups, then, like, what do you expect from her?
Sorry. Danielle knows there has to be a conversation at some point. So, we're going to see what happens.
Yikes.
So now we have two new people arrive at the summer house, Jordan and Hannah. Hannah works as a video content creator. I don't think we got what Jordan did, but like, spoiler, they worked for Betches.
Yeah.
So everyone fucking knows.
And Paige, we haven't met Paige yet, but like, all three of them.
She'll also work for Betches. I hope they come sue us. They actually might. So Hannah, Jordan, and Amanda know each other socially. I love when people in New York say that. I know them socially.
What does that mean in your definition?
You see them out at like bars and clubs, which cracks me up because I don't go to like the same place many of times. So the fact
so it's like they recognize you recognize each other's faces and may know each other's names.
Like maybe you have mutual friends, so you end up at the same parties. You end up at the same bars.
But it's not like you're like inviting them to go do things. It's just you happen to be at the same place.
We just know each other socially. But they're Amanda's age, which I was like, shade, this girl is coming for the oldies.
I died, but I get it. It's kind of like,
Fair.
listen, I want my own group. I came into this because of Kyle. I need to start like digging out my own world.
Get it. So Jordan and Hannah are not dating. They're strictly coworkers. Jordan's looking for a Southern belle, and Hannah's a ratchet girl from Brooklyn.
Oh God.
That made me laugh. I love when people are like, yeah, I'm ratchet. Like they can own it.
I love Hannah like describing herself.
I love her vibe.
Jordan already annoys me. He hasn't even spoken and I dislike him.
We'll see. We'll see. Listen, I can tell you Jordan doesn't want to date me. I am more similar to Hannah than I would be some Southern belle.
Same. I don't know. Guys, if they're like, I really want a Southern belle, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know,
accent? Like
not me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hannah mostly spends her summer with her family, but it's hard to catch some dick there. So we're doing this summer house.
I was
like, that's ratchet.
Girl, love it.
Okay, and then we meet a new person named Paige, who brings flowers, and she's a fashion writer. So Jordan then says he's the only straight guy in an office of women, a dream. But Paige also works with them, and Paige and Jordan flirt in the office. Jordan's ready to turn it up this summer. We're gonna move to the next level, keep on flirting.
I would love if I had a clip of them flirting in the office, just because I can't imagine it. But
I flirt with everyone in the office.
I don't know if I
a little bit.
I don't know if I do.
But it's not like flirt. Like it's at a bar, banter. It's banter. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I work in an office full of women, and there's only a few straight men as well.
Well, I guess not an
only
office.
Just a few men.
But
period.
My team is all women.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back to the company we both worked for, and I feel like everybody like bantered with each other.
It was more banter. But like in this one, like there's one guy that we always ask questions about, and he has a fiance, and we like ask questions about his fiance too. But I like every time I talk to him, I find out something new, and I'm always like, you are just the most amazing person. Like you have all these little secrets I keep learning. But that's like a fun little banter where I'm always like, oh my God, I love like learning about you. I'm not like let's make out.
Yeah, it's not like we're taking this out of the office and like gonna have something fun here. With or without the fiance. It's like this is all just keeping my day going.
Yeah. Okay, so Paige brought her flowers because she was taught by her mom never to walk into someone else's home empty-handed. I was taught the same thing. I bring everything I possibly can.
I love that. I wish my parents required me to do stuff like that.
It's an Italian thing because we hear that Paige grew up in upstate New York in a conservative Catholic Italian family. She wasn't allowed to date. She went to an all-girls school. She lived at home for college.
Insane.
Her parents are horrified. She's living in a house in the Hamptons with boys.
I think this is so great.
Funny.
I can't wait. Awesome. Already Paige seems to be like the rebellious type as an adult now.
As an adult. I'm sure as a kid she was like perfect.
Yes. But now she's like, all right, I'm ready to live my life.
Yeah. Okay, so rooms. Hannah's like, what's this room sitch? And Amanda's like, someone's going to have to share. So Hannah says, her and Paige can share. They're newbies. They know each other.
Like, I love this.
Awkward.
Way to be like, we're bottom of the totem pole and we know each other.
Don't mind.
We should share.
But then Amanda's like, you could fight to the death with Lindsay. And Hannah's like, no, we can like just share.
I feel like Paige and Hannah like this isn't that big of a deal. Last summer it seemed like such a big deal for people to share.
Well, they're both newbies. I would also be like, I could just share. Like it's not a deal. If I know the person, I don't mind sharing.
Same.
So Amanda thinks that she's a nice person. And she hasn't talked about Lindsay to the new people.
Oh, bullshit.
But they'll find out that Lindsay's two-faced. Which immediately I was like, bullshit, because you just said you could fight Lindsay to the death for these rooms. Exactly. I was like, ma'am, come on.
Like, I bet you have not told about how Kyle sent a 17-page email, but I bet you have made some comments from your side.
Hilarious. So it's 8:47. Lindsay's here. Lindsay and Danielle are here. Oh, Lindsay's talking about how she loves Kyle. They've shared a summer house for years, but we can't let Kyle off the hook for not taking responsibility for his behavior, such as sending a 17-page email and thinking this is okay.
Yeah, I think this is a situation where like the girls definitely did some things wrong, but like 2 wrongs don't make a right. Kyle kind of needs to own his bullshit.
Do you feel like Kyle's, he's like full of bullshit, almost like a dad figure, like these are all the things you've done wrong. And it's like, no, just shut your mouth.
Well, like, why are you getting involved?
Exhausting. Okay, so Lindsay and Danielle meet Paige and Hannah. Paige and Hannah go to the door to say hello, which I thought was nice. Jordan then shows up to say hi. And then Kyle and Amanda are in the kitchen. They say hi to each other. Everything's cordial. Lindsay's not going to ruin everything in the first 30 seconds. She's a changed woman. She's not about the drama. Got a sense of calmness.
It's like, where's the rug? Can we sweep this under for the first weekend?
Love. Amanda's annoyed that they're pretending nothing happened. But Amanda, what did you want to happen?
Yeah, do you want to drag out fight here in the kitchen as soon as they walk in?
I would say hi to you, but I think in Kyle's 17-page email, he told me not to. Bye. Like, what do you want to have happen?
Especially when there's new people in the house. I think if the Workus like sisters and Steven were still here, I think we might have addressed this a lot sooner. But like we've got some. It's like having guests in your house. You don't fight in front of like new people.
Exactly. So, Jordan brings up the rooms. And first Lindsay, before we even get into the rooms, has to comment about how Jordan looks like a douchebag on his Instagram, and he is not her type because she likes to be the skinnier one. Like, okay,
they do show us clips and he is a total douchebag on it.
Yeah,
this is also like 2016 Instagram,
but Danielle finds Jordan hot. Get it?
His manners, he's physically hot, but his mannerisms annoy me. His tone of voice annoys me.
I like a little, listen, if I can see your abs, it's like lovely to look at, but I don't want to hang out with that all the time, because if you're with me, we're going to eat bread and we're going to lie around.
100%.
I don't want to date you.
I'm happy to look at you. Just don't talk.
I'll look at you. I also just like a little like cover. I like a little jiggle, like a little,
just a little love handles.
A little something there.
Something to grab onto.
Something to grab. Nah, I don't want like I don't want a ladder to hold on to. I want it to be a little so like the abs are. Meredith.
I'm just picturing like a guy sitting or standing in front of you and you're just it brings up climbing him like a ladder
to compare men to inanimate objects. It's fine.
They have feelings too and can write 17-page emails even.
God help us. Okay, so Amanda and Kyle tell everyone they picked their room, and everyone's like, okay, whatever. And then Hannah offers that her and Paige can share a room, maybe the master's downstairs, but also is like, Lindsay, if you and Danielle want to share a room, that's fine. And Lindsay goes, I'm definitely going to have my own room. And Hannah's like, great, I'll share with Paige. It was very easy. It was very, very fucking easy.
This is how it should go. Like, everybody's sitting at the table. People kind of know where their place is, but we politely offer up if you want a different position. But I appreciate like Lindsay asserting her dominance here. Like, I'm more senior in this kind of show, in this house group. I want my own room. If you're already offering to share, I'm going to take that route.
Yeah. So everyone picks rooms with no issues. This makes me think Kyle's the only one that ever has an issue about rooms.
Ever.
And maybe Lauren. Lauren will give
it yes. Kyle and Lauren butt heads. Everybody else is like, just give me a room as long as I have it.
Are Kyle and Lauren the same? Is there triplets in the Workuses? Is that Kyle? Oh my God. Kyle a Workus?
But I feel like Kyle is a little bit of an extreme in certain ways.
He's like entitled. He feels like entitled to the best.
Yeah.
Which whatever. Okay, so Danielle, though she's uncomfortable, or she just airs some concerns that she's uncomfortable with Kyle and Amanda maybe being so close to everyone else, because Danielle likes to late night. Kyle and Amanda like to sleep. We saw it last summer. She's not wrong. She's just saying like, hey, I'm not going to stop doing me just because you're next door, just so you know.
Yes. When she first said this, I thought she meant like them having sex, and that would annoy me too. Like, hey, if you guys are gonna bang a lot, go downstairs. Stop. But once she like explains that like she's a night owl, I'll call it, you could just see Kyle like cringing, like, no, I'm fun. I go out, I stay up the latest.
I've been partying in the Hamptons far longer than you have.
It's like, Kyle, you're kind of a dad.
Up.
And
we
to be honest,
saw it.
You need to focus on Amanda. So it is okay to go to bed a little earlier. But don't, all I'm saying, I feel like this was smart of Danielle, is I'm raising this now, so you cannot yell at me later.
Don't yell at me to turn down my music. Don't yell at me to stop dancing.
You an out.
I'm telling you. Because then Lindsay's like, oh, because Lindsay told Hannah about the email before coming here. So Hannah's not going to give Kyle her email address, which is fair. I wouldn't either. Yes. And Kyle's just offended that Danielle says that he goes to sleep earlier than her. So I was like, there's evidence of this.
Yeah.
Cold hard proof.
It just, God, we're like treading on the edge of this like quicksand, but nobody's willing to like dive in and really address what's going on.
Yep. So Lindsay then shares she made dinner reservations through like a client of hers, but she sees people are cooking. So like, what does everyone want to do? And then you can feel the three newbies just like stress level goes up because they don't care. They don't give one whole shit. Doesn't even matter. But then these two sides are making them pick and it's bad. It's just all bad. So they don't answer. They just leave the kitchen.
Yes. Oh my God. This is so awkward. Like you're just really okay. They probably have all met prior because let's be honest, reality TV shows do like a pre-pilot that execs watch to see like the chemistry. But still, this is like your first time living with these people and you've just been a whole summer with them. It's like picking between your divorced parents for like Christmas.
Mom, can you come pick me up? Mom?
And then it's like you want to have a good time too. That's like your secondary thought of like, stress. If I were just selfishly picking and there were no consequences, what would I do? I pick? But then it's like, there are consequences. So do I put them above my wants and needs?
Also, I think if Amanda knows these three socially, I feel like Lindsay would too, because they all socially probably go the same
clearly Lindsay has Hannah's email. Hannah. Yeah. Like knowing someone's email is actually pretty personal. I don't know most of my friends' email addresses.
Honestly, if it wasn't for this podcast, I would have never gotten your email. So
never would have known it.
Okay, so Amanda says it would be awkward to go to dinner with Lindsay because like we're just gonna sit and break bread together. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna sweep it under the rug, Amanda, for tonight and break bread. But
unless you address it with someone, it's gonna be swept under the rug.
But then Hannah says she wants to go with Lindsay and Danielle, and they're like, come with us. And they're like, okay. So now it's 9:27. Carl makes it. Oh, also pause. Hannah tells Kyle she's going to go to dinner because she's like, I don't want Lindsay and Danielle isolating themselves from the group. Like, I want them to feel like they're still included. To which Kyle says, well, I thought they were going to isolate us. Oh. And it's like, sir, it's not a competition to see who can leave the other one out. That is mean girl behavior.
Yeah. And
call that.
When somebody's saying like, hey, I'm trying to do something nice, you don't say like, well, you're not doing something nice for me.
Kyle's a middle school girl when it comes to girl fighting. We've evolved, Kyle.
Anything's a competition for him. How can he be the most hurt? How can he be the like one who is in the right? It's always, how is he kind of one-upping you in every type of fight, argument, conversation?
Ridiculous. So Carl meets everyone. He's recovering fuckboy. This is Carl 3.0. He's got a new job. He drinks less. But we do get to see some of his douchiest moments, which I loved. Also, he's currently sober, like in this moment, not like later tonight.
That but, like, confused me. And then they flashed us back to like Kyle mentioned last summer, and I was like, oh, right.
He was drunk when he shut up.
Absolutely obliterated and was ripping everybody apart.
Yeah. Now he's here. He's sober. He will be drunk in 20 minutes, but he's not drunk yet.
Yes.
So Hannah also knows Carl socially, which again makes me think they all know each other socially. and always thought he was handsome. But then, just to kill the mood, we put Carl in the same awkward dinner situation as before, and he doesn't know what to do. So he agrees to go to dinner with Lindsay. I think is good because then it's 4 and 4. It's like nicely split.
Yes, and it's a good split between previous housemates, new ones. What would you do if you're in this situation?
I'd want to go out.
Me too.
But also, I like Paige's attitude, so I'd want to hang out with Paige, but then like I wouldn't. I'd be like,
I feel like I, as a newbie, would try to smooth this over and be like, oh, like, well, let's just put that stuff in the fridge and we'll make it for like lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be like,
let's all go out.
I would also pull I haven't been to the Hamptons. I'd love to try that restaurant.
Yeah.
I would go out. Come on,
I would for sure. I've just started to be more like selfish. And to be honest, if you have a problem with them and like Kyle and Amanda are the ones who don't want to go, like they're making that active choice, then that's fine. But like, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to sink my ship with yours.
Lindsay invited everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So it's now 9:53 p.m., which is very late for dinner. I'm unhappy. I should have eaten already.
I was thinking the same thing when you started saying times earlier.
Okay, so we have the out to dinner and the house dinner, and that's how I will be referring to these.
Perfect.
So out to dinner. Immediately we order a drink. Hannah agrees with us. It's the first night. We got to go out.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
I am a Hannah.
So far, we're Hannahs.
Listen, it's different if they're like doing something so special and we planned it like they did last summer. Clearly, last summer's was a planned sit down nice dinner. But this just seems like there was no plan, so I would assume we're always going out.
We're going out. We do sake shots. This is a lit night. So then we have house dinner. There's no talking. We're just eating.
So awkward.
We're eating in silence. We decide we turn the oven off, which is fine. That's fun dinner combo.
And this isn't like, oh my God, this meal's so good, so we're just silent. This is like awkward. Looking at each other, being like, who's gonna talk next? I hate silence. It makes me feel uncomfortable. This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah. Paige knows that she picked the wrong dinner.
Yeah.
Because it's Friday night, she's eating freaking vegetables.
When you're like moving your fork around, like trying to take time to eat your vegetables on a Friday night in the Hamptons. Yeah, you definitely picked the wrong dinner.
I grew up with Pizza Fridays. I, to this day, every Friday, never want to eat anything healthy.
I love that.
I crave going out and eating something on a Friday. So this is my nightmare. Okay, so then out to dinner. We talk about Carl's type. He likes smart, funny females with hot, sweaty sex. But then when you turn the lights on, they have good skin. They're athletic. He likes brunettes, but he gravitates towards blondes. And he basically described Danielle, but she's not going back there.
No. Good, Danielle. Friends only. Let's move forward on that path.
He even laughs a little bit. Like, no. No.
Also, like, Carl, what? You can't have all of this.
I love we have hot, sweaty sex, and then I just turn the lights on and you look gorgeous with your hot skin and your athletic build.
Talk about unrealistic expectations.
Okay, good luck.
Like, I can't have one off day, like a zit at all.
I have one zit, and he's like, no, this wasn't what I imagined.
Need to look at my skin.
Okay, back at house dinner, we find out Jordan is from the South. He used to live in Atlanta, and if he was still there, he'd probably be married with 2 kids. But he doesn't like to date someone just to date someone, as he eyes Paige a little bit.
I
do too. I hate it.
Like, my skin is crawling. Few points. 1, wouldn't have never pegged him for being from Atlanta because he doesn't really have an accent. Who says, well, if I'd been living there, I definitely would have been married and had 2 kids. What? Like, do you have some like girlfriend who's pining after, old girlfriend that's pining after you? How cocky are you? You're like, yeah, I'd definitely be married by now.
I would literally, to me, I think, yeah, maybe I'd be married and have 2 kids, but realistically be like, nah, I'd probably be single no matter where the fuck I went.
That to people. If a guy told me that, I'd be like, yeah, bye.
You enjoy your married life then. How about it?
Your fake married life, then how about you go back to that town?
But he's a military family. He has patience. He's in the long game with Paige, which my guy, you both got to be in the long game if that's what's gonna happen.
Thing. Like, if both of you like had a moment where you're like, wow, I really like you, but we work together, that's playing the long game. You pining after her and not making a move is not playing the long game.
That's just trying to get her attention.
Yeah, that's you trying and failing and not admitting to your failures and just saying you're playing the long game.
So we find out he models. He's good looking. And then little flex, he actually broke Hinge because he was the most eligible bachelor.
I hated this so much. Like, if you're gonna tell me that, then you need to follow it up and being like that you're dating somebody from it. That you just sound so douchey saying you're Hinge's most eligible bachelor, you broke the app and still single.
My ass broke that app with all my matches and I still couldn't find anyone to fucking love me.
And nobody gives a shit about me.
I'm just kidding. So. I mean, like, I suck on Hinge too, but I am nowhere near the most eligible bachelor.
Yeah, but who would brag about that and like
literally
not have someone after it?
Okay, so then we
That's like going on the Bachelorette and then being like, yeah, I was the Bachelorette and everybody left.
No one wanted to date me.
No one accepted any of my roses. I don't brag about being on the Bachelorette.
4 dudes and nothing came of it. Okay, so then we go out to dinner. George, Paige, and Hannah are work besties, which we know about work besties, don't we?
We do.
But no romance. Although I would love to see a romance of Paige and Hannah. Just ideas.
Well, I mean, they're going to be spending the whole summer in a bed together.
I know. And Hannah wants the hot tub when we get home, so let's leave.
Hannah's like here for fun and always willing to do shit. And I'm down for it. We need that energy.
Yes, girl. She's a yes girl. So it's Saturday, 12:33 a.m. We get back at the house. Danielle does her weird like fuck you dance in front of Kyle and Amanda's room.
I died.
He opens the door and he just walks away.
Oh, this is like this would be me, but he would catch me.
Yeah, he didn't catch her. She was good.
I know.
But they don't say anything.
Galloped right on.
Mostly because she didn't say anything to him because she was almost like, oh no, I got it locked. He didn't say anything because I think he's mad at her or whatever. But so funny.
Well, he didn't say anything because she didn't say anything, I bet.
She's like, what? Too close. So we do the hot tub. Lindsay goes topless with her new boobs, which I would too.
You know what? You spent a lot of money on those. Get some use out of them.
And then, like clockwork, Kyle complains because the girls are too loud.
Oh, this is why Danielle.
Happened?
I'm so happy Danielle said something.
Yeah, we warned you.
Yeah.
So the hot tub girls, which is Danielle, Lindsay, and Hannah, they think Kyle's just jealous because he like wants to party, but he like has to defend Amanda and he does it too much because he's making up for other ways that he's not a good boyfriend.
Which I was just thinking about like last summer, him being shitty. Maybe he's just trying to change his tune.
Maybe. But now he's attacking everyone else instead of just internally being better. He's like, I'll fix everyone
deflecting.
Else.
He's deflecting off of his issues and being like, they suck. They're not friends to you. Wow, I'm here for you.
I'm defending you.
It's like showing that his bare minimum is so amazing because these other girls, like, I follow you on Instagram. I see you.
When he does shitty things. Yeah, when he does shitty things, he's like, but I wrote a 17-page email in your honor. So you can't even be mad. Okay, so they think that he's on his high horse because, you know, they're trying to be the best couple in America or whatever. But then that's when Lindsay's like, they're not because Kyle cheated on Amanda. And then we come for fucking commercial. Like, wait, go back. Okay, so we go back. Saturday, 1:49 a.m. We relive Lindsay saying that she knows Kyle cheated on Amanda. Apparently, everyone knows. And Kyle knows that they know, but no one's ever spoken about it, which
she says their whole friend group. So what I'm assuming is like Everett, Lindsay, Steven, Lauren, and then I bet like
Carl.
People who aren't on the show, but like that type of group, not that these like newbies and the whole New York knows. It's they're like their true circle of friends, because Kyle probably told some of the guys.
Kyle told Everett, and Everett ran that shit straight to Lindsay. I'm blaming Everett.
Everett's probably like, I didn't cheat on you. I just slept with someone right after we broke up.
Should we get back together? Because I got dirt to tell you. And she's like, sure, tell me. And then he tells her, and she's like, we're not getting back together, you fucking loser. Okay, so last year, Kyle hooked up with some girl when he was blacked out and he had no control. And like, take responsibility. You're 35. I'm just like repeating what they're saying.
Says he's 35. I always am shell shocked because he does not act like it.
You see, he was so young. So Lindsay unfollowed Amanda then because she knows Kyle cheated, and they post like couple pictures every day, like they're the picture perfect couple, and she's just like angry about it, which like,
yeah, that is annoying. And now that I think about it, like this is Instagram of like, I think it's like 2016, and there was no one follow, or like no, what's it called? Where you like don't see their stories and their posts, but you still follow them.
It's just pictures. Yeah.
It's still in chronological order where it's not about like who you like, who stuff you're liking.
Yeah, there's no algorithm.
Like, you're gonna see this shit if you follow this person.
I think this is 2017.
Okay.
18. I think it's closer to 2017 for sure. But yeah, you're right. And like, I get that, but also my question is, does Amanda know? Because if Amanda found out and she's okay with it, then like we all have to move on. But if Amanda doesn't know, then I see why this is like, because it's not is it Lindsay's place? They're not friends.
Here's the troubling part is like, okay, yes, they can move on and that's fine for them. But I think this kind of goes back to why the housemates were so mad last summer, is like, we slowly get involved in your relationship through a multitude of things, but like it's harder for other people to move on. Like if you guys kiss and make up, that's fine, but we still know this information, and sometimes it's hard for people to sit and hold this information and watch you like Amanda move on when we don't think that's the best thing.
And I need you to tell me if you've moved on. As Amanda, like, you got to sit me down and be like, I've moved on, this is why I've decided to move on.
Like
you have to
it just needs, that. Things need to be addressed.
Yeah, I gotta know something. It sounds like Amanda doesn't know.
The way they're saying it, and like, I agree. It sounds like she doesn't know, which stresses me out even more. But if she does know, again,
there should have been a conversation. If everyone knows, someone's got to be like, yeah, Kyle cheated on Amanda, but they're fine now. Like,
but Lindsay did say like, Kyle knows I know, but he didn't tell me. So it's like, I bet that they're just being coy about it. Like they're sweeping this under the rug.
But like, we can't. We're invested because now we got to live with this fucking couple for another fucking summer. Yes. I get it. I'm like,
that would stress me out going into a summer house. If I know he cheated on you, even if you have moved on, this is going to cause problems.
Because now, yes, you're causing the whole summer house to again be involved in your drama.
Yes. Also, and like, when you get drunk and mad at each other, what are you going to do, Amanda? Throw it out that he cheated on you? Yep. That's going to, like, that is you're sending a nuke at him at that rate. Like, I don't want to be involved in this.
Also, Lindsay fucking hates cheaters. Everett looked at a girl.
Honestly, okay, but here's the thing. Then I need Lindsay to unfollow both Amanda and Kyle. That's like, don't blame Amanda for the cheating.
Because it's Kyle's fault. Sure.
So like, that's where I do think she is wrong.
Yeah. So, but I also will say, but she's like friends with Kyle. Like, she's not friends with Amanda. So it's like,
I know. It's
hard. It's a hard situation. So it's Saturday, 10:14 a.m. Good morning, everyone. House is waking up. Hannah tells Paige she couldn't sleep last night because she was just buzzing from all the drama, which she knows about this cheating thing. So I want to know if she can tell Paige.
It's so funny because she didn't know about the cheating, but knew about the email. So then it's just like, you're getting all this context and it's like, oh my God, the pressure cooker. It's slowly building.
You're like, Paige, can your parents come get us? I'm nervous.
Does Paige know all about all this? That's what I don't know.
I'm just so nervous.
Like, I need to know what the educational level is of every single person about the drama in the house. Listen, so that I can better assess what type of we're working on.
Paige, Jordan, and Hannah are on Slack on Monday going, oh my God, you guys, here's the drama.
Just their summer house channel.
Yeah. Okay, so Kyle and Carl talk. They have the same haircut. Carl does say he felt really bad about last night. Kyle says it's fine because it's gonna be the best summer ever. Carl thinks Hannah's cool as hell and Paige is a babe, which is great.
Oh
Carl,
God,
keep in your pants.
You're back to Carl 2.0. Get to 3.0 again. We're not hooking up with our housemates.
So Hannah and Paige talk. Hannah says her and Carl were flirting last night, and Paige also thinks Carl is cute, and they both agree that Carl is cuter than Jordan. And then Hannah's like, hey, Paige, which one would you rather bang? And Paige is really uncomfortable answering this and openly talking about sex because she didn't grow up that way. And her dad probably thinks she's still a virgin.
I get this. Talking about it publicly makes me uncomfortable.
I'll talk about it publicly. I don't care.
This is one of my least favorite moments of girlfriend moments where you like enter a new moment in life. You meet a guy, you both think he's cute. Immediately red flags go off of my mind, and I'm like, God damn it, this could cause problems.
Well, I always like think my friends are just so perfect, and I'm like, they're gonna get him because they're like way better.
I really like Carl, and it's like Hannah and Paige who are amazing liked him. I'd be like, I'm not.
You guys have him, I guess.
Yes. I just wanted one thing in this life.
And then I would accidentally ask Carl, not accidentally, but because I'd be nosy, then I'd be like, so do you like Hannah or Paige? And he'd be like, yeah, they're both hot. And I'd be like, he hates me. Goodbye.
Or like if like Hannah or Paige like found someone else at a bar, I'd like push them towards that. I'm like, yeah,
you should go for it. You should go for it. Oh my God, that's it. Carl, blah. He's gross.
Carl said he won't date a housemate.
No. He hates us. He hates us.
Start pushing some fake news at the house.
Oh my God, he's in sales. You don't want to date him. Get out of here. Bye. So it's Saturday, 11:36 a.m. Danielle is sending emails. No drama, just work for this bitch.
Damn girl, from no job to overachiever.
She's got a big presentation in Chicago Tuesday. She's got to be prepared.
Damn.
But Hannah wants to play some tennis. Really quick, we get Lindsay in the kitchen with Kyle and Amanda, and it's super awkward. And we hear Lindsay go, and then nothing is said.
Which this is on you, Amanda. You're gonna say, "Oh, Lindsay didn't say anything to me," but guess what? It's on both sides. Neither person is doing it.
Yeah,
both parties are doing is what
it's so bad. So Hannah and Jordan play some tennis. Hannah's super competitive. For 22 years, her whole life was tennis. At 14, she was ranked number 15 in the nation. And at 16, she was ranked number 250 in the world. And she almost went pro.
Like, fuck.
Crazy.
Dedication that I don't have.
She didn't have any balance with tennis. And by 22, she wanted to move on. And now she loves it. She can do whatever she wants with the summer.
How old do you think she is?
25.
Okay, so like she just gave it up.
Like 25, yeah.
Because she said she's been playing for 22 years competitively, but like how old do you start?
Probably started at like 3.
Oh
Listen,
God.
I don't know. My parents learned from a really early age. I was nothing but average at everything I did.
I just can't imagine like being set up for like an entire sport from the moment I was born.
You'd have to be like really good. First, I didn't have parents that wanted to like deal with a professional athlete. Second, we had no talent in my family. Third, like I used to push for my sister to be a professional gymnast, and my mom would be like, do you know how many hours that would take me? And I'm like, no, it's not about
your mom's talking you out of it for your sister. I love that.
Okay, so Saturday, 1:18 p.m. The house is in the living room. Paige and Carl go to the store. They talk about work. They talk about age. She says Carl looks really good for 33.
He does.
Paige is definitely Carl's type, but he's trying to focus on work, not girls, but he's just horny.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm getting the flutters. Like
they're very cute. They look really good together.
Them driving in that car. Also, Paige's little bob is like perfection,
so cute.
And it really pisses me off.
She's so cute.
Perfect.
Okay, Danielle and Hannah are in the hot tub. They talk about looking for cute men.
Dude, they're drunk. Yeah. I've decided it. They've
been in the hot tub for an hour.
Yeah.
So then Jordan's gonna hop in the hot tub. He gets them another glass though of the rosé, takes off his shirt. Danielle's like dying inside. She thinks Jordan is so hot. So then Hannah knows this. So she gets out to pee a real one. That's a real
this
one.
This is how you wing woman your friends. One. You like sit there for the moment where the guy is gonna come over, but as soon as he does, you're like, oh, you make an excuse. That's normal.
Hannah getting out of this hot tub though was rough for everyone to watch. She was drunk.
I'm telling you, they've been boozing rosé all day. And I love it.
So Danielle works really hard during the week, so on weekends she can get after it, and by after it she means dick.
She's going hard at Jordan real fast. Remember, it's day 2 of the summer house.
I love. So Jordan knows Paige is hot, but Danielle is so fun. And I mean, he's not going to put all his eggs in a basket. He's got multiple.
I don't see what Jordan sees.
You don't like Paige. Him. Your face is just
no, in Paige. Like, I don't see the vibe or chemistry that he thinks is there. I see this with Danielle and Jordan. I'm like, this should be your avenue.
Paige has, I think, Southern Belle qualities, but I think it's more of a want. Like, I think if Jordan were to come up with a girl, it would be similar to how we've met Paige so far. Okay. I don't know how she's gonna like come across this season, or I honestly don't remember if later I'm gonna be like, she ratchet. Jordan had no chance, but I think like she has Southern Belle qualities, right? She seems very put together. Her bob is always perfect. Like her makeup's great. She looks cute. She hasn't gotten in any fights with anyone. She seems very Southern Belle-y.
You're right.
Whereas Danielle seems a little bit more unhinged, but the chemistry's there with Danielle.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what he's going after now.
So it's 5:47 now. We're going to leave for Southampton social in an hour. Hannah's still drunk in this hot tub all by herself. She just likes hot tubs.
I love Hannah. I'm dying. I feel like she's bringing us some of the like chaos that like the Workus twins did, but like in
like none of the fighting.
Yes, and fun and like real way. Like I could see me doing this.
Yes. So we all know that there's tension and that we're brushing it under the rug. And you know what? It's time to go. There's no time to talk about it. And there are 2 cars. And there's one car, which is the fun car, but the second car includes Lindsay, Amanda, and Kyle all sitting in a row.
It is so funny, the juxtaposition of the laughing car and then just silence.
But then Lindsay brings up, she's like, I know there's tension and I know it needs to be addressed. And I will say she was facing them trying to talk and they were both looking straight.
Yes.
Not even engaging
her. Not even making eye. Like you can look away from someone and still look them in the eyes.
Yeah.
But like,
or like nod your head or be like, yeah.
And
like,
there was zero engagement, body language, eyes. Yeah. The way
it's like, was Lindsay even, I'm sure she sat back down and was like, did I even say anything?
That's what annoys me about where we're at in this fight now is Kyle. The only thing I can see is Kyle and Amanda playing victim. Yeah. And acting like everything's somebody else's fault and they're just being hurt, but they're unwilling to change anything, address the problems, or even like go out of their way to make it better.
Totally agree. Okay, so we make it to the Southampton social. This waitress sucks. She loves this cocktail menu. She was like, she's trying to be on this show. Okay, so everyone's having fun. We're a dysfunctional family. We're gonna ignore our issues because that's what dysfunctional families do.
Well, I appreciate Lindsay earlier in the car saying like, listen, there's tension. Yeah, we're gonna table it. So it's like, let's have fun. And it seemed like the dinner was ready for that.
Yeah, and then Carl brings up how he used to be afraid of commitment, but he could always commit to the party. Oh, you
always
Kyle
do this, and I love it.
Hell. Okay, Kyle has issues with commitment, but he can commit to the party. And then Lindsay goes, "How do you feel about commitment now?" And there's like an awkward silence that I feel like was edited because Kyle goes like, "I feel great about commitment," because it could have just been fun and been like, you know.
But also like Kyle, you know that they know that you cheated on your girlfriend. I feel like commitment isn't the greatest thing to bring up when we said we were going to table the tension.
Yeah, just shut up.
Let's not talk about this.
So then Amanda asks if we want to go over house rules, which I was like also not great because I would immediately be like, couples can't fight.
I know.
Lindsay got it first season, so she could be like, I'm giving it back again.
Like we need to have one good dinner and then we can address any future problems or current problems at the next one. Like, why can't we just sit and have a good time?
also, if I'm a newbie, right? Okay, season 1, they all came in, they all sat down in the house and they were like, should we have house rules? And it was like fun and it was funny and it was whatever. Season 2, we made a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
They had a dinner together.
Season 3, my ass is sitting here new and it's like, should we go over house rules? And I'd be like, God, is there a fucking curfew? Like, what's this? House rules. What
I just
bullshit.
feel like Amanda and Kyle are very uptight. So anything they bring up comes off a little uptight.
Ugh, I know. Well, okay. Rule number 1, Lindsay says only cool couples in the summer house, which was a good icebreaker. I'm like, okay, we're fine. And then Jordan is like, rule number 2 is no ruls.
I love Jordan being like, and we're done.
We're done. So then Hannah asks, who's your favorite new person? Which I would fucking die. That's a question I would ask.
They're like, it just seems like they're trying to deflect and just be like, let's move off this topic. Nobody wants to discuss it.
So then Lindsay, of course, takes over and she says she's surprised Jordan isn't a douchebag. Hannah's more sarcastic than she thought. And she thought Paige was going to be, or she thinks Paige is more genuine than the way she comes across in her Instagram. And Paige is like, I know, girls. Is that a backhanded compliment?
It is. It is. Let's be honest. It is.
And then was like, she's pretty smart for a blonde with fake boobs. And I was like, yeah. I had a friend growing up who was the queen of backhanded compliments constantly. And when you get one, it's always like what? Like, you're just like, wait.
You just, because it like, you get the good up front, so you're like, oh, and then you're like, and then the burn comes. It's like taking a shot.
My friend's favorite, she'd always be like, oh my God, love your shirt, it would look great on me. And I'd be like, wait, does it I'd always be like, thank you so much. What?
Wait, was she actively trying to be a dick or was she doing it more funny?
She said it all the time, like dead ass. She'd be like, oh my God, that shirt would look great on me. And you'd be like, yeah, my shirt?
No, I would not be able to handle that. I'd be like, walk away from me.
I think it was a moment that we all just were like, because she'd keep walking and we'd be like, wait.
Okay. Oh, good Lord.
Okay, so Danielle's drunk. My girl Danielle's
Amanda like whispers to Kyle, like, Danielle's drunk, guys. And listen, I have been there where you totally notice somebody is just absolutely hammered and gonna go off the edge with something. But you don't make comments like this because everybody just can hear you at dinner tables like this.
You just hold your breath. So Danielle's happy to be here. She's being real. She knows that we have issues we got to work out. There are underlying things, but those need to happen separately.
Okay, let's remember Danielle does not know Lindsay kind of already did this in the car. She was in the opposite car.
And then Kyle's like, oh, like the issues in my email that went unanswered. And I was like, oh, sir, we don't engage. We do not engage with drunk guys. We do not.
And to be honest, like Danielle wasn't saying anything horrible. She was just being very wordy and basically getting the same point that Lindsay already said. There's things we need to address. Let's just have fun.
Yeah, she's happy to be here. She knows there's drama. We'll work it out later. Yeah, she probably shouldn't have said that. But then Kyle with the email,
like you're going in on it. She's just saying like, hey, I see it and I'm going to put a pin in it and we'll address it later. Kyle's like, no, let me take the pin out and pull it down and like, let's discuss.
We're doing it. So then Carl tries to shut Danielle down. He's like, hey, Danielle. He was
harsh.
He was like, she's like, I'm just bringing up the elephant in the room. And he goes, you're the elephant. And I was like, oh,
like that doesn't even make sense.
What? If I was Danielle, I would immediately, to try and kill the tension, I'd be like, are you calling me fat? Like I'd be that
would have leveled this up way more.
No, but that's my first thought is like, you calling me fat? So now Carl and Danielle are like fighting about like stopping fighting, and then Kyle is trying to get involved. He's trying to like yell at Danielle for like bringing up the tension, and then Amanda's trying to shut him down because we know Amanda hates when Kyle gets involved, and Hannah is just stuffing her face because like stress eating is real.
So funny
took a huge forkful of mashed potatoes and was just like, cool.
She's like, don't expect anything from me. I'm occupied for the next 10 seconds of chewing this.
Ooh, isn't this great, Paige and Jordan? You guys need to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom, but I would want to watch. Man. So I would fully like put in headphones and just be
no, I would say let's go to the bathroom and walk around the corner or like eavesdrop. Yeah, get your
waitress comes and you're like, hey, come here, don't go. Can we get another drink, another round, just the three of us?
Here.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
So then Lindsay's telling Danielle to stop and it's just a mess. And that's how the episode ends. And then we see like next time on Summer House, we have the 4th of July party. Lindsay takes her top off. Danielle and Lindsay are both into Jordan. Hannah has aggressive game with guys, which gotta respect. Ooh. And Kyle talks to Amanda about the cheating, which I'm like, does she know? Does she not know what's happening?
It sounds like she does now with this preview. And also, this is a preview of just next episode, not the entire season.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening in this season. I'm stressed.
I mean, we got that clip at the top of the episode, but that is a lot.
Okay, so this is the part of the episode where Meredith and I pick fun, not fun. In honor of Kyle saying summer should be fun, Amanda, not fun.
Yeah.
We then pick someone from the episode.
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense. Someone from the episode that is fun and someone who is not fun. So, Meredith, who should we start with? Not fun?
Not fun because I know.
Okay.
It's Kyle. A 17-page email. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm going to double that.
You're mad that no one responded? Honey, come on.
You're mad no one responded. You're somehow going to be the victim and all this. You pick a room when last year you put a big fight. God, you were just
upset that the girls were out late, but you said that you stay out late and like are the last one up. No, you're not.
Late night. I can't. This man is just
everything about it. And he cheated on Amanda.
She's supposedly cheating on Amanda. We can handle it. Okay, so who's fun for you?
I'm picking Hannah. She came in hot, happy.
Hannah was fun.
Like no one's upset with her. She's livening up this mood, giving us great jokes in the little interview segments. I love her. I'm having a blast with her.
I really like Hannah too. But I'm gonna pick. I think I'm gonna pick Lindsay.
Nice.
She had a good episode. Yeah. You know, she came in. She's gonna sweep it under the rug. She tried to tell Kyle and Amanda like, hey, I understand, but also she's having a fun time too with her new bestie Hannah, her new bestie Danielle. She's got her fake tits. We're here. We're loving. Would you like to put in who you think is gonna be fun and not fun the most for the season?
Yes, I would love to. Okay. I think I'm going to go with my originals, who I just picked. I think Hannah's going to be the most fun, and I think Kyle's going to be the least, or the not fun.
Okay, and Kyle we're going to see.
Just going to go with my gut, and whoever.
That's a good one.
You know what? People show you who they are, believe them.
Okay, that's good, actually. I think Amanda is going to be most not fun. Ooh. I feel like she's going to
have
play into this victim.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I feel like it's
rightfully so. She deserves to, but that's just also not fun.
But I also feel like what bothers me is like, okay, someone cheats on you. And I feel like she's going to like take Kyle back, but then keep bitching about it. Like, I don't want that. That's going to bother me. And then most fun, you know, I think Danielle, because this girl, she looks like she's about to maybe make out with Jordan. I think
I hope so. I kind of hope so. I don't like Jordan, obviously. He irks me. That's my problem with him. Right off the bat, he irks me.
Agree.
But I want this for Danielle. I love her that much.
I want her to have the most fun.
Me too.
Okay. So that's it. Be sure to do all the things. Leave us reviews. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Patreon. And be ready for season 3.
Thanks.
Bye.